So if you're anything like me, you love looking at videos of people's setups and their studio setups, their gaming setups, and feeling like, man, I really want to do something cool like that. Oh, I really want that thing that they have because it looks super dope. Every now and then, I would just look through Facebook Marketplace and see if I can find some kind of shelving system that looks really cool. I would find some, but for some reason, I just never really got into it. Either the price was too high or I just didn't really like the way they looked. Because what I really wanted to do was to design my own thing. And then one day it happened. I happened to go on Facebook Marketplace. I found a guy who designed some shelvings that I thought looked pretty cool. And I thought, well, maybe if I can just get 2 of those, it would look really dope behind my wall there. That's not it. Because what actually happened was, in the process of talking to this guy and finding out like, oh, I really like those, can you make something else? I kind of just finally asked him, can I give you a design and can you just cut me the wood for the design? And to my surprise, he said yes. So I actually sketched out a design that I wanted, a design that I've always had in my head of what I want shelvings to be. And what you see behind me is the result of that. The wood you're looking at there, that's oak. However, what I wanted was walnut. But walnut is expensive, so I had to kind of go a little bit cheaper, and I got oak. Cool thing about this process was, me and this fellow who cut the wood for me, we actually hit it off so well that him and I, we talked for like over a week on what I wanted, what the design would be. So much so that he got me a special finish for the wood. So the finish on this is a walnut finish because I told him that what I really wanted was walnut, even though I knew that I couldn't afford it. So he just said, you know what, I'm gonna get you a special finish for the wood so it can have more of that darker tone. So this is the actual finish with a walnut finish, and he actually did double coating. So again, finding people to work with is much more beneficial than just getting things that's already pre-made, because when you find somebody to work with, you can actually end up hitting it off that they end up giving you something a little bit special. Okay, so the outline is pretty much done, and now what's going to be left is the boards. So I have 4 boards. I think the idea that I like best is put 3 middle, 1, 2, and 3. I kind of like that. It gives me a note to self, take the stuff off that you put on there for testing when you're ready to bang on the wall, so you don't break your controllers and stuff. Okay, moment of truth. Boom, there it is. I very, very much like that. I'm a fan. I like that a lot. We got the 2. Third one, this one here is gonna go. Actually, I'm not gonna have it too low. I'm actually gonna bring it up a little bit higher. It's not gonna be, I don't want it to be even with this because I kind of like the idea of kind of like a staccato, just kind of something that's bouncing and never really I don't like perfect parallels. These 2 are parallel already, so I think, because if I didn't make this 2 parallel, it just kind of would have looked weird with the spacing. So I think that's good, but this, I don't want it to be parallel to this one down here. So I'm actually gonna probably put it more somewhere here, a little lower. I don't want it too low because then that'll just look too even with this. So again, I want it to dance around a bit. So we're gonna probably put it somewhere around here. Yeah, I think that's good. It's not perfectly parallel with that and not perfectly parallel with this, just kind of bouncy. Okay, so that's the idea. And now we measure. What I was actually thinking of was some kind of a bouncing platform. You can just kind of do a hop on those platforms there. So that's kind of the idea, because obviously I play platformers, I play Tetris, so I'm always thinking in blocks and in rectangles apparently. But as I said, I feel like it's not quite complete yet, or at least I could add more to it if I want. For example, as I was doing this video, it actually occurred to me that that top piece right there could be a bit longer from here to here, say. That way it would kind of have a more defined T, so I could potentially do that. And I also thought about maybe having some smaller pieces just to kind of make that T a little bit more defined. But honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I love the way this turned out. So this is my first project of my own doing for my studio, and I think it's absolutely fantastic.